Alrighty, welcome back to part 3 of the lumberjack construction. We're building it from the kit again. Never done this before, no idea what I'm doing. Today I'm gonna work on putting on the pilot and the buffers, and then the valves. We'll put the valve chest in, and we'll see how long that takes. How far we get, maybe we'll move on to the next part, which looks like putting some of the cab on. But we'll see how that goes. So, see what the pace is, and this is where we're at. So we got the chassis, we got the buffers. Here we go, lined up, parts all match. So we should be good to go. I'll update as I put it together. Thanks for following along. Okay, well, I didn't mention that it gives you the option to treat your wood, olive oil or linseed oil, whatever you wanted to make it look whatever you wanted to. I like to go with the natural. We'll just see how it finishes out, weathers as time goes on. This is the farthest I've got, and I've already run into a problem. So these two went in just fine, line up, no issue, but then this one doesn't line up with the hole. So I'm not sure what I want to do about that. I don't know if I want to try and drill it, because these screws that we're using do not have a point on them. They're flat, so they're not going to be able to just thread it in, like create its own hole. I may be able to drill another hole, but I just have to try and guess what size drill bit that I need and hope I don't crack the wood. So that's an issue I just came across. I just thought I'd share. Think about it, and then I'll show you my solution, or my attempt at a solution. Thanks. All right. So I did drill another hole. It actually looks off, but it's not. Whenever you line it up, it's nice and level. I had a 1/16 inch bit that fit it perfectly. What I did was I slid it through the original pilot hole, and it fit nicely, so I figured it would do. So drilled a hole, and we'll see if it threads. I'll update you when I'm done. All right, it's all on. It's not perfectly straight, but I don't even think that has to do with my hole drilling. You can just kind of see the height difference there. But it went on okay. My hole seemed to do the job. But you know what? I'm not that upset. I'm not that worried about whether it's level or not, because it's a working locomotive. It's gonna get banged up as it goes out there and whatnot. And this one's on as well. No big deal. The screw that went back here and held it all on. So I guess I'll start working on the steam chest, getting the valves mounted, and see how that goes. If I come across anything, I'll be sure to update everybody. All right, well, here's where we are. We got the steam valves in place. It took some doing. These screws here you keep loose so you can adjust everything. There's 4 that hold it in place, 2 on this side, 2 on that side. They are different lengths. These 2 are longer than these 2. Doesn't really tell you that in the instructions, but it is what it is. I figured that out. But then the adjustment was getting the gears to line up. That took some doing to get the pressures right, to get the alignment right, to get it to go. But they're lined up quite nicely now. They turn, nothing feels like it's binding. It does take a little more effort than I thought it would take to make things go, but that's I guess, hey, I'm underestimating the power of steam. Put it on the track, my awesome rusty piece of track here, and you can see it goes. The book says now if you have compressed air, you can test it. I'm assuming you would put it in one of these 2 valve reports. I don't have that, so we're just doing this. Things rotate, things roll. So I oiled some stuff, put some oil in here on this, and put some on the gears just to keep things nice. See the rust showing up on my wheels, but hey. So this is where we're at. About 45 minutes of work I put into it so far. I'll go ahead and I think I'll go ahead and tackle adding on the cab, the foot plate and the cab wall. Hopefully that isn't too bad. I'll start working on that, get the parts laid out, and see what we got. All right, here's where we are. I got the parts laid out pretty much identical to what the picture is. So foot plate, boiler saddle. This is the lower cab front. See? And then these are all the screws and washers that are holding everybody together. This part will go here first. That's what I'll start working on. As long as things go smooth, then the next, hopefully short video will be showing it all together. All right, let's see how it goes. All right, well, as you can see, I got the boiler saddle on, and I also got the foot plate and the lower part of the cab on. Saddle went on pretty easy. That was pretty straightforward. Getting the foot plate on was a little interesting because I'm not sure if you can see. There's a hole here. I need to get better at using anything to point at. There's a hole here that's kind of offset, and there's another hole here that's kind of offset. I have no idea what those are for. There's also a pair here, but not here. Pictures don't indicate anything. The writing doesn't indicate anything. That's it. Those are all the pictures I have to work with. So I'm hoping I'm not gonna put the whole cab together and then have to take it apart to put something back in. The other concerning part is I've leftover parts. Some washers and screws. Okay, that's great because they're easy, they're losable. But this was on the instructions. It's part number 55 and part 56. The threaded rod and nuts. So there's one threaded rod and two nuts, but there's nothing that says anywhere where to put it. I don't know. That's the only real writing I have is this part here. Insert boiler support 22, the frame, cab front, the faceplate from underneath, and then this. Nothing about this guy other than it's on the parts list. So I don't know where it goes, what it does. As you can see, this is the next step then. That's completed, and then we start working on the boiler and the oiler. Is next. So I don't know. So we'll find out together as time goes. This is gonna be a night for me. It's about an hour and a half of doing. So thanks, guys. I'll update it as I keep working. Thanks for comment, please, if you know what these things are for, where they're gonna go, if I'm gonna do something to make it explode. Can't wait.